In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 digital products that don't sell anymore. Be sure to avoid these digital products if you are serious about having success and making money with digital products. So if you're ready to save time, money, and frustration by learning about the digital products that no longer sell, then you're in the right place and let's dive in. Okay, the first digital product that doesn't sell anymore is journals that don't have a specific outcome. This is honestly one of the most popular digital products that I get asked about or that people say they're going to create. They're like, I'm going to create a journal. But a lot of people that say they're going to create a journal, they don't think about it past that. They don't think about what is that journal going to do? What problem is that journal going to solve? Digital products do not sell just by creating them. Good, solid, successful businesses are built off of solving real painful problems. If you want to create a journal, you have to think, okay, what am I creating a journal for? What problem is this journal going to help solve? Is this going to help people journal to have better relationships with their family members again? Overcome anxiety? Like, what is the thing that the people you want to serve are struggling with, and how is your journal-based digital product going to help them? Another reason it's so important for your journal to have a specific outcome is because the market is absolutely saturated with these extremely easy to make digital products. So if you just decide, I'm going to go on Canva and use AI to just generate this digital product really, really quickly, you're not thinking about it from the mindset of what's going to actually help your digital product sell. It's not as easy as just creating the digital product. Anyone can create digital products. It just reminds me of that Seinfeld episode, like anyone can take the reservation, but you have to actually hold the reservation. And that's the thing. It's like anyone can create a digital product, but you have to actually be strategic in what you're creating for it to sell. I hope that those of you that have left comments on my videos being like, I tried digital products and it didn't work. I hope you're watching this video right now, because I can guarantee you that most people who've tried digital products and it didn't sell is because you weren't aligned on who your ideal client was and what pain point you're actually solving. This is called product market fit. Another thing I see in a lot of people who try to sell digital products and they're not successful is they don't grow their own following. Now, this is not what this video is about, so go watch my other videos on this topic. But if you try to sell on something like Etsy or Amazon, you're just getting put into a sea of competition with no real way to stand out. That's why you need to grow your own following. That is how you'll be able to stand out, and you'll be able to sell then whatever you want, but it still needs to actually solve a painful problem. Nobody wants to buy a journal just to buy a journal. There's like a billion journals, right? They want to buy a journal that's going to help them be more mindful or lose weight or lower their anxiety or have better relationships or whatever that problem is. Okay, next up, this is another digital product that doesn't sell anymore, and I could rant on this for like 3 hours, probably. Okay, digital products that are created around a vague topic, like how to live a life you love. I'm sorry, I've kept it in for like 14 years. I can't keep it in anymore. There is one entrepreneur in particular that I know of that started this whole live a life you love thing. And she did make a lot of money with it in the beginning, but guess what? Back then when she started, not a lot of competition. Also, she grew her own following and stood out by being herself and being really unique. She literally made like dance videos and stuff. Now that there's more competition, which is fine, by the way. It means that digital products are selling if there's more competition. So try not to think about it from a scarcity mindset. But I will say this, any of the students I've worked with where their niche was live a life you love, I've never seen them make money with digital products. And I always try to tell them from day one, you have to choose a more specific niche. You have to help people. Think about the last 5 products that you purchased. Did you buy them just because you were like, oh, I just want to buy this thing for absolutely no reason? No, you had a problem that you needed solved, right? Maybe your refrigerator broke, and so you were like, I need a new refrigerator. Or your washing machine broke, I need a new washing machine. Or for me, I wanted to get outside more and explore the city more, so recently I bought an e-bike. Every good product that sells solves an actual problem, and your digital product is no different. And helping people live a life they love is way too broad. You have to help people with a more specific problem. You have to think, okay, why don't they love the life they have? Is it because they're working too much? They don't have enough hobbies? Is it they're not liking their relationships? Usually it comes down to one of 3 categories: health, wealth, or relationships. And you need to get really specific. Like, are these people unhappy because they haven't found their life partner? If so, you could maybe help them with that. Are they unhappy because they don't have enough money saved? They don't have retirement. They can't afford the things they want in life. That could be another thing. But live a life you love, too broad. We're done. We're leaving that in last year. Okay. Now, so far I've talked about 2 kinds of digital products that don't sell anymore, but if you want my full list of all 54 different types of digital products that still sell, then you can go ahead and download it completely for free. It is in the link in the description below this video. Okay, the third digital product that doesn't sell anymore is just plain old templates. Now you're going to see a theme here in this video. No matter what digital product you create, it has to actually solve a problem, okay? I see a lot of people just throwing up templates on Etsy, on Amazon, wherever, and they're like, digital products don't sell. It's like, well, what are your templates helping people with? For example, I have a student in my membership, Freedom Creator Club, who used to sell on Etsy. She still does a little bit, but she's trying to transition over to my model because she can make way more money and have a better business model that way. But she did make money on Etsy, although not enough, not very sustainable because she's got to pay the fees and all that. But guess what? She does sell templates, and they do sell, but it's because they help small business owners with their branding. These are like specific templates for a specific type of social media. So she has really narrowed it down to who she's helping and what problem she's helping them solve within that digital product, within those templates. So you can absolutely sell templates, but you can't just go on Canva, find some random templates, insert some random lorem ipsum AI, throw them up on Etsy or your website or wherever and be like, why am I not making money? Like, you have to think about what the problem is that it's solving. I know I've said that a million times. So for me, when I used to teach photographers, somebody made fun of me in my last video for saying photographers. I'm from Wisconsin, leave me be. When I used to educate photographers, one of the first digital products I made was a pricing guide template, and I sold a lot of that. It wasn't very expensive. I didn't make like tons of money with it, but it sold. And the reason is because other photographers wanted to put their pricing into a nice, beautiful displayed pricing guide, which was a template that they could also print out and put into their studio. This is also known as a printable. For some reason, I feel like printable isn't the right word, but that has to be what it is. Printable. It just sounds weird. If I'm saying it wrong, let me know in the comments. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next one, but there's a theme here. Make sure that your digital product, no matter what type you create, actually helps people and actually solves a problem. Okay, the next one is a paid community that doesn't have a shared goal or a shared outcome. I don't know about you guys, but I have been a part of many memberships and communities where you join and it's just like chaos and you're like, what is going on? What are we trying to achieve here? Or like everyone isn't sort of moving towards the same goal. I feel like that's kind of weird. Obviously, these can sell. I've seen communities where it's like, okay, everyone who likes this certain show, joins this community, or just like more broad. Okay, but I think those are going to be harder to sell. And having something more specific is always going to help your digital product sell a lot better. For example, in my membership, I have a program that is the core of the membership that helps every single person in it work towards growing their following on YouTube and successfully selling their own digital products to their own following. So everyone is like moving in the same direction. They're on the same page. They're working towards the same goals. And it really helps there to be high engagement. We have 80% plus engagement in my membership community, which is wild. We have almost 400 members now. It is bananas amazing. And I know that if we wouldn't have worked hard to ensure that the membership really solved the core problem and everyone was on the same page, moving towards the same goal, I know that it just wouldn't be as good, right? Okay, the next one is stock photos and stock video. That's it. Now, there is a ton of competition out there for stock photos and stock video, right? And if you want to be someone who sells these separately on your own, you can, but you're gonna need to know the theme here. I feel like you already know what I'm about to say. They gotta solve a problem. You can't just make stock photos and stock videos and just shout it into the void, right? At one point in my career, I sold a bundle of stock photos specifically to photographers to help them market and make more sales. Look how specific that is. If I wouldn't have marketed it like that in that specific, and I just made a bundle of stock images and put it out there into the ether, everyone would be like, who are these for? Why do I need these? What are these doing? What are they helping me with? We don't buy things just to buy things. We buy things to solve problems. And for any of you out there who have tried to sell digital products in the past and they didn't sell, I just really, really want you to hear me out. First of all, if you don't want to sell digital products anymore, that's fine. But if you've made it this far, you probably do. And my guess is that if they didn't sell, you didn't have a following to sell them to, you didn't know who you were selling them to, and you didn't know what problem they were solving for people. And I know now there's going to be a lot of people thinking, well, it's because there's just so much competition. There's a lot of competition because this is a $1,055 billion industry. It is a massive, massive industry for a reason, because people are buying online education and digital products now more than ever. And this only only proves that the model works. But you have to keep your customers top of mind. You're running a business. It's not about you, it's about your customers. So it's not about what you want to create or what you find easy to create. It's about how you can help other people. And that is genuinely the only way that you are going to have success, be able to help people and make money online. And if you want to learn my full step-by-step process on exactly how you can come up with a digital product idea that's actually going to sell, how you can grow a following of people excited to buy from you, and you can learn about my Freedom Creator formula so you can actually make those consistent passive sales, then go ahead and register for my free on-demand training. It is the first link in the description below this video. And now that you know, in my opinion, the 5 digital products that don't sell anymore, you might be wanting to learn what digital products actually do still sell well. But how do you do that? Well, it all starts with watching this video next here, because when you pair what you just learned with what's in this video, it's going to be way more powerful. See you in the next video.